if you're scraping and it feels like the cane is just not coming off, and you've sharpened your knife and the cane is still not coming off, so your knife doesn't feel sharp, what in the world could it be? I mean, maybe you're doing all of the things right with your sharpening and it's still, your knife is just, it feels dull. So that's what's happening to my knives right now, and I'll tell you why. So this is my sharpening stone, and I have used it for a couple weeks now, and it's, you can tell, I'm pretty zoomed in here, pardon the ring light, but you can tell it's got a lot of metal shavings in here. You see how dark this is? You can even see some floating. I don't know if you can see that. I'll hold it closer. Yeah, see those traveling down right there? Yeah, so this stone is full of metal shavings. So when I'm trying to sharpen my knife, it's not really getting sharpened because it's got all those metal shavings in there. Also, what's happening is if you use a sharpening stone for so long, what happens is, I mean, most of us don't use the entire length of the stone. I mean, we try, but what happens though is that the stone becomes uneven. So I'm holding it this way for you to envision, like if you just use this portion of your stone, then that's going to be a little more dug out than if the stone were new. And so basically, how do we solve this? Well, you either buy a lot of new knives, which is expensive and I don't recommend. You buy new sharpening stones, which I did for several years. Just like 1 year, I'd buy a new sharpening stone. Or you invest in a lapping plate. And a lapping plate will even out the entire surface of the stone, and it'll make it like brand new again. It'll also clean out and get all those metal shavings out. So I'll show you how I lap my stone. And we'll show you the difference too at the end, because these knives need to be sharpened and be working better for me again. All right, so let's go to my kitchen sink. So this is my shaped-in lapping plate. There are several different kinds of lapping plates out there. This one, I've used it for years. It's amazing, but there are some cheaper alternatives to this that use powder, but this is very coarse right here. So just do some research. There are several companies. Just Google lapping plate and lapping powders. And what you'll do is just put a little water on there. Get it wet. Okay. This is hard to do with one hand, you guys. Okay, this is my dirty stone right here. And I'm going to clean both sides because I do use both sides. So go ahead and I like to leave the water on a trickle. Make sure you wet your stone. And this is for ceramic wet stones. So if you have a different kind of stone, just read the manual for your stone and it should tell you how to clean it, but most of them involve some kind of lapping. So what you do, here, I'll turn it off so you can hear it, is you'll just go back and forth onto the surface for several passes. Look, you can already tell it's just filling in with old metal. And this is great. Basically, it's going to smooth out this surface and make it super clean and brand new. So no more buying new knives, no more buying a new sharpening stone every year. Your knife will feel like brand new because your sharpening stone will. Sometimes I like to do little circles too. Sorry, the video is shaky, but okay. And then go ahead and rinse it off. You can see all of that metal pouring off there. Okay, and let's feel it. So it should feel smoother as well. And look how clean it looks. Okay, now we'll do the other side. Again, just 20 little passes or so and some little circles. Yeah. Good. And then just give it a rinse. Awesome. Then you are ready to go. So let's go try this out and see how it sharpens my knife and how my knife feels afterwards. All right, so we've got our freshly lapped stone, and I've got water on it because we always use lots of water on the water stone when you sharpen. Oh, wow. I can feel it just gliding over. I can feel it sharpening it. Before, there was no grab at all because there was so much metal. So maybe you're experiencing that too with your sharpening stone. Ask yourself how long it's been since you've cleaned it, if you've ever cleaned it. This feels so good, you guys. Make sure you keep enough water on it. If you're curious how I sharpen my knives, I do have a video that I will link at the end of this one that you can watch. Okay. And one final pass. Awesome. Okay. Let's do one more. And other side. And last pass, set the burr. Okay. Get that out of the way. See how these are feeling. Good. I always like to use my sharpening sticks just to polish the edge. So go ahead and do that really quickly. Again, this is just optional, but it just helps to refine the angle of the burr. Okay, so I've soaked this reed again that I was trying to scrape on earlier. See how I did a little bit already? And let's see how both of these knives feel now. Go to this other side. Whoa. Okay. It feels a lot better. Let's try the other one. Oh, wow, that's sharp. Yeah, check that out. It's pretty sharp. Okay, I hope that was helpful. If you're curious, so I'm about to do a first day scrape on this blank. And if you're curious how I do that, I have a step-by-step guide with photos and what it should look like and feel like that I can email to you, and I'll put the link in the description. So check it out. And I hope this was helpful today. Let me know if you lap your stones or if you have tried it or if you're gonna try it. So, all right, see you next time. Bye.